and the Royals. Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Opening game of the series against Kansas City, just moments away. Right now, let's check in with Ryan Bass.
Well, Dwayne, today marks the unofficial halfway point of the season. 81 games down, 81 to go. And as Tampa Bay begins its 82nd game of this campaign, they have positioned themselves to the best record in the American League, first place in the American League East. But talking to the guys inside, they're not just proud of what they've accomplished. They're talking about how they've done it. Shane McClanahan says it's the little unselfish things, laying down bunts, cheering on the next guy, that have made this group click. Brian Baker calls them a throwback team. They find different ways to win. Well, I love what Junior Caminero told me. He said this group is different from any Rays team he's been on since arriving in 2023. Simply saying this group is special. But he also made it clear the goal isn't just getting to October, Dwayne and Doug. It's about winning the division. There's still a long road ahead, but they have put themselves in a pretty good position to make quite the run, guys.
Well, they do it one game at a time, and I know that's sometimes something you hear all too often, but that's exactly what this team has done, and they've done it with great fundamentals, pitching and timely hitting, and they catch the ball. We'll take a look at the starting lineup, brought to you by Orlando Health. Yandy Diaz, the DH tonight, leads it off, followed by Jonathan Aranda, and then Junior Caminero, the AL Player of the Week. Ryan Vilade gets a start, batting cleanup in front of Johnny DeLuca. Then it will be Simpson, Williamson, Walls, and Fortes to round it out.
Taking the hill tonight, Noah Cameron, 15 starts so far on the season. You see the record right there at 4-5. 4.50 on the ERA, whip right at the 1.33 mark. Strikeouts to walk ratio, 75 to 22. And then you got 8 home runs allowed. This is a 26-year-old left-hander with just over 100 days of big league service time. So still trying to figure it out a little bit. This season, this is the pitch mix. I'll sit around 92, 93 with the 4-seam fastball come at you the majority of the time with that pitch. The changeup, one of the better changeups from a left-hander in the league right now. The cutter, curveball, slider, and the 2-seam fastball. Watch out for that curveball. That curveball is a nice swing and miss pitch. Go ahead and set up the defense for you. We got a second. Left to right in the outfield, Isaac Collins, Lane Thomas, and John Ravy, right fielder. Third to first on the infield, Nick Lofton, Bobby Witt Jr. back in action at the shortstop position. Michael Massey over at second base, Sal Perez over at first, and then Carter Jensen, red hot hitter, behind the plate.
Well, and there is the manager of this Kansas City ball club, Matt Quattaro, and you remember him from his time on the Rays staff. And here is Yandy Diaz, all set. The first pitch of the game is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Yandy starting the night at 336, leading the American League. And a wave and miss, 1-1.
Boy, Yandy's been so good this first half of the season. So consistent, right? Every single month hitting above 280, hovering around that 300 plus mark.
And out in front right there, the changeup. 1-2. Well, that changeup will be a prominent pitch for Cameron. He takes it upstairs. The fastball, 2-2.
Yeah, something that he loves to do, especially against right-handed hitters, is pound the inside corner with the fastball and tunnel off of it with the changeup down and away.
And the foul ball. We'll see another 2-2 pitch. Ray saw this left-hander last Wednesday. And we're going to go all the way out now to 3-2. They scored 5 runs, picked up 8 hits. They drew 3 walks off him in the 5 innings he worked. The Rays won that game 5-3. And a liner back into center. And Lane Thomas reaching up. Boy, he came in a little bit, and that almost cost him. Good extension there. Made that catch possible.
Took a couple of steps in. You see him in center field right here. He misread it. I mean, look, he's working with the shadows right there, but took a couple steps in, was able to make up some ground and snag that ball for the first out of the game.
Well, that will bring up Jonathan Aranda. It's upstairs. Aranda with 13 home runs. He's been in 80 games. This one is upstairs. He is 1 home run behind his total of a year ago when he was in 106 games.
Yeah, pretty incredible. You know, we're talking about really the top 3 hitters in this lineup, but Aranda right in the middle of that mix. And, you know, for Aranda, I think the patience and what you're seeing right here in this at-bat, it's been big for him all season long. And as he continues to mature at the major league level, he becomes more and more patient at the plate.
And he'll take a strike there, 3-1. So there's a breakout this year to last.
Yeah, really, I think it's about him getting himself into plus counts, right? You know, just being patient up front, you know, not necessarily going after early pitches if they're borderline, and just finding himself in those plus counts to where he can start identifying what pitch is going to be coming at him. You know, also the ability to use the entire field. I mean, this guy is outstanding when it comes to outside corner pitches where he just pokes them to left field.
And he takes that one wide. Ball 4, and he'll head to first. Well, there's an example of how selective he can be, and he'll take the walk. Let's see, with 1 on, 1 out for Junior Caminero. Junior 3rd in the league in home runs. And he takes the off-speed pitch down. Did not tempt him. 1 ball, no strikes. He's under this one and skies it into left. Backing up Witt from shortstop, and now coming in from left to make the call and the catch. Isaac Collins out there. 2 gone.
As soon as that ball went up in the air, I mean, I'm having flashbacks of the homestand, right?
Yeah.
You know, 7 bombs last 6 games, and boy, there's not a hotter hitter in the planet than Junior Caminero. And boy, you see the shadows right now here at Kauffman.
Yeah, what a great shot that is to demonstrate that. A few scattered white clouds above.
Just a couple.
Not many. And here is Ryan Vilade. Well, Vilade in the lineup tonight with an average of 276. One and one. Rays coming off that series that started on the 22nd at home against Kansas City. Oh, check swing tap right side and a race to the bag, and there's going to be a tag right there. Boy, it appeared for a moment that Cameron might not get over there, and as it turned out, Perez made the tag to retire the side.
Things around your home. Shop now at ring.com.
Kansas City coming in to hit. Here is the lineup brought to you by Orlando Health. Carter Jensen, the young catcher, leads it off. Then Bobby Witt Jr. in the lineup, hitting second in front of Caglione, then Thomas, Massey, Perez, and Rave. Lofton, the 8th hitter. And it will be Isaac Collins, the left fielder, batting 9th.
And here's our Toyota Trend. Griffin Jack's taking the hill. Last 4 starts been really good for him. 2-1 record, 20 innings. It's been 5 innings per start. Only 2 earned runs. That's a sub-1 ERA. 21 punch-outs in those 20 innings. Only those 4 walks. He's been pounding the strike zone.
And here is Jensen going after that first pitch. And a long one back into right. That has carry. And it is gone. The very first pitch. Griffin Jack's touch for the home run. Number 12 for Jensen. He came into this game with a 19-game hitting streak, and that was just extended to an even 20.
So here's the deal. If you remember when Griffin Jacks pitched last, it was against Kansas City, and the first pitch of the game was Carter Jensen, base hit to the left side. Fast forward to today, first pitch of the game he sees, home run. This is one of the hotter hitters right now in the league as well, and he was able to get that foot down, time it up perfectly, sat on that fastball, just ambushed it out to the right side.
And here is Bobby Witt Jr. He's after the first pitch and sends it into left center field. Simpson over for the pickup, and Witt Jr. holds at first. So 2 pitches, 2 hits. Kansas City coming out swinging.
Yeah, and this was the trend last time Griffin Jacks went out and pitched against Kansas City. I mean, they were swinging. They were very, very aggressive early in the count. And they know he pounds the strike zone, right? 65% of the time his first pitch strike, and that's above Major League average. So they know they might get something early to swing at, and boy, they look to be aggressive.
There's a first pitch hit up the middle, out at second, and the throw to first by Waltz for the double play. So Caglione grounds into 2, and boy, are these Kansas City Royals aggressive tonight.
3 pitches in, right? 3 pitches in. They're not wasting any time. This is a really nice job. Nifty play. Taylor Walls making it look easy. But yeah, I mean, look, if you're Griffin Jacks, you got to realize, look, they're swinging early. You might want to go some off speed or just be very careful with that first pitch.
Now Lane Thomas with the bases empty and 2 gone. And the first pitch is a strike, little sweeping action there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm seeing. I mean, look, you got to read the trend of the other team, and if they're going to be that aggressive early in the count, then you have to come back with something else.
It's fouled back. Well, coming into this game, not one of these hitters in this Kansas City lineup had ever homered off Griffin Jacks. So that's out of the way. Now he can settle in.
Yeah, now you can calm down.
Progress from there.
That's right. Meanwhile, they've swung at every single pitch that Griffin Jacks has thrown so far.
Kansas City starting this game at 35 and 50, and it's been a tough go for this team recently. And a wave and miss right there. Thomas is out on strikes. So the first inning is over. It is 1-0 Kansas City.
Well, with 81 games down, here are your 4 keys to the second half of the season. Ride the big 3. We're talking Aranda, Yandy, and Caminero. They combined for a 304 average, 47 bombs. And then you're talking about the starting rotation, how good they have been. Starting pitching leads Major League Baseball with a 3.29 ERA, and when you're talking about the starters, they're going out there and they're continuing to, again, pound the strike zone, get deeper and deeper into the game, and give these guys a chance to get that W when they hand the ball off to the bullpen.
That's a wave and miss. DeLuca right there got ahead of the count, 2-0. Saw that fastball but missed it. 2-1. Followed by the changeup.
Yeah, and that's a combination that Cameron really likes, especially against these right-handers. He wants that fastball up, in on the hands. He's not going to overpower you with it. It's more about count control, right? 92, 93, and then come off of it with the changeup, maybe go back up with the fastball.
Yeah, and those 2 pitches make up about half of his pitch selection.
Yeah, and look, right-handers are going to see more of them, right? And that's his idea. Just continue to work up and down, go vertical.
Draws the walk right there, Johnny DeLuca. So a walk in the first inning, a man left on, and DeLuca walks to open the second for the Rays. And it will bring up Chandler Simpson. Chandler starts the evening with an average of 267. And he puts down a bunt. In from third, the scoop there by Lofton. Throw to first, and DeLuca moves up to second. And Simpson bunts him over, gets credit for the sacrifice.
Well, Nick Lofton playing totally in on this one, expecting the bunt, and late Simpson gets the sacrifice down, moves the base runner over. A little small ball early on for the Tampa Bay Rays.
And now it's the second baseman, Ben Williamson, getting the start. That pitch is upstairs. Williamson with one official at bat, 2 plate appearances against Cameron. 0 for 1, and he drew a walk in the other at bat. Looks that one a little close. And that will put him behind in the count. 2-1. Cameron. There's the numbers with Williamson in scoring position. A little over 300. Well, a change up, and now it's 3-1.
As aggressive as we've seen Kansas City come out, we're seeing the patience come out for the Rays, right? Continuing to make Noah Cameron work. And for Cameron, again, he's all about count control. So if the Rays can continue to just be patient, force him into the zone, good things can happen.
3-2. And Cameron asking the Rays hitters to dance, so they are declining.
Is that what it is? Yeah, they're taking the pass, huh? That's a hard pass.
I'll take that pitch. 3-2. Ground ball, and that's going to be picked up by Witt Jr. The throw to first. DeLuca had made a little step toward third, and then got back here when he saw the ball headed in the direction of Witt.
Yeah, it's really smart base running, actually, by Johnny DeLuca. That could have easily been a situation where he could have gotten out, but, you know, gets back to the bag in plenty of time. Here you see it. Now, this is a ground ball to his right-hand side, but he also saw where Bobby Witt was. And the fact that Bobby Witt Jr. was playing right behind him, he didn't want to chance it. Smart play.
Taylor Walls, after the first pitch, bouncing it foul. So Taylor 1 for 5 against Cameron, and that one hit is a double. With 2 outs, trying to get DeLuca home from second. And that's just a little high. 1-1.
Well, that's close.
Jordan Baker, the plate umpire, and one of the taller umpires. One and 2.
Well, airtime for Jordan Baker right there. Doing a nice job so far tonight.
Williamson, or Walls, fouls this one. Jordan Baker.
Jordan Baker, 37 career ejections. Matt Quatrero, there we go. Boy Q back in 2025.
And that will square the count at 2-2.
Boy, it's hard to think of Q getting that upset and getting thrown out of a game, isn't it? Just knowing his temperament and his personality.
Yeah, he's pretty even-keeled, no question about that.
He's one of the most even-keeled dudes I know. I mean, I remember, you know, going up through the minor leagues with him and just the way he was as a player.
High fly ball, left center field. Thomas is back to make the catch. Rays get the leadoff walk and leave the man aboard. 1-0 KC.
Let's go places.
Let's run it back in the city. Brotherly love. Last summer, Junior Caminero walked away from the home run derby, one swing short of a title. This year, he's going back with unfinished business. I asked him what his goal was in Philadelphia. This time around, he didn't hesitate. Looked at me, smiled, and said, champion. He wants to have fun, but he wants to leave with the trophy this time, Dwayne and Doug. And I will tell you, he is bringing Tomas Francisco back with him, the race staffer who threw to him at last year's Derby as well. So there'll be some familiarity and comfort there with Junior Caminero. And if there's ever a time to back him for the trophy hopes, it's right now. I mean, over the last week, he turned the Trop into his own personal home run derby. 7 homers in 6 games, earning American League Player of the Week honors. Shane McClanahan told me the rest of baseball is finally catching on to what this clubhouse sees every day. Junior Caminero is a generational talent. Doug, Dwayne, he is out for blood this time around. He wants to win the whole thing.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. There's sharply hit ball off the bat of Massey, and he is out 4-3. Williamson to Aranda. Michael Massey, 1 gone.
Well, first guy announced in the home run derby, participant this season. Man, we need to get him there right now. I mean, his swing is locked in. And what he did last year was so much fun to watch. I think that was really, you know, his chance to be on a big stage, really the first time. And he just showed off what everybody else sees in the clubhouse. He's got that it factor.
And, I mean, he wants to do that, and he has fun doing it. I mean, what a great combination. He's filled with confidence, as he should be.
Right. You know, he's a confident kid, but he's not arrogant.
Yep.
Right? He's
That's
got that
right.
great mix. He's not scared of the spotlight. He's a franchise type player. And just the way he carries himself, the way he believes in himself. And, you know, we've heard from him talking about this entire team. It's not just himself. I mean, he believes this entire team is special. And he wants to lead the charge, you know, throughout the second half and into the postseason. You got to just love everything about him. And he's only 22 years old.
Yeah,
That's
the thing that's amazing.
Right.
I mean, when you think about great players who come up and accomplish what he has at such a young age.
You know what else is fun to watch is the fact that he's still one of the harder workers on the team, right? Early work almost every day defensively.
Ooh, and that is a strike call. Perez takes a look at that one. 2 gone.
Well, here's an Advent Health strike zone. Check out the replay on that strikeout right there. Nice little punch out. See Griffin Jacks coming right at him. 97 on the corner. That is perfectly executed by Jacks. Obviously, Sal Perez looking for something else.
John Rave, the right fielder, takes the first pitch strike with a breaking ball there. Look out, right back over the middle. What a pick by Walls. Throw to first, got him. Outstanding play on the sharply hit ball that skipped by the mound. And back with second base, Taylor Walls right there to pick up an outstanding assist. 1-0 Kansas City. One nothing ball game. We go to the third. Nick Fortes set the lead off. Boy, that was a beautiful shot. There's a little bunt by the Rays catcher with a peek toward third, and the throw is going to go by first. A big left turn there by Fortes on his way to second. He is in there, and the Rays, with their catcher putting down the bunt, suddenly have a scoring opportunity.
Well, it took Lofton totally by surprise. Right, you're not expecting Fortes, the catcher. You see the defensively, Nick Lofton playing behind the bag. Sees him square, comes up there, but the throw runs up the baseline. No chance for Perez to get that. And Fortes takes the extra 90 feet, gets himself in a scoring position.
Well, the first pitch, Yandy sends a fly ball down the right side, and that's a foul ball. Rave could not get over there.
But Dwayne, how much fun has it been to see these big three go to work in this lineup? Talking Yandy, Aranda, Caminero.
You know, I mean, you could make the case that they would be 3, 4, and 5, but they're 1, 2, 3. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, make sure they get the most at bats.
Yep.
Right. We want them up as much as possible.
Yandy quickly behind the left-hander. Rays down by a run with another great opportunity. And that's a check swing. 1-2. That will take it to 2-2.
Nice takes right there by Yandy, and Yandy again, one of those guys who's so good with the strike zone. The knowledge of the strike zone hardly ever expanded.
Oh, look out, up and in, moves him back. So it's 3-2 now.
Worked him back to a full count, and you can see him, Cameron set up the changeup away, which is a pitch that he likes to sequence off the fastball up, or could go back up with that fastball.
And he misses inside, so he gives up the walk. You know, that's a full count. He's faced 10 hitters, and he's gone 3-2 on 5 of them.
Yeah, he was 0-2 on Yandy, and then Yandy worked it back into a count. And again, the patience for the Rays paying off. And, you know, again, Noah Cameron, this is a count control guy. This is not a guy who's going to overpower you. And when you're 50-50 on strike-to-ball ratio, that is not a good sign for the Royals.
Jonathan Aranda against the left-hander. A good take on that pitch out of the zone.
Boy, as a pitcher, you can just see guys take certain pitches and know that they're locked in. And that's what I just saw from Aranda right there. Non-competitive pitch, didn't even think about it.
And that's a strike. So to this point, he has now made 46 pitches. 23 strikes and 23 pitches out of the zone.
Yeah, not the ratio you're looking for.
And that's going to be a base hit, dropping into left center. Thomas will make the pickup. Fortes will score. Hustling into third, standing Yandy Diaz, first and third. And that is RBI number 58 for Jonathan Aranda.
Well, another one of the big three doing damage. This is Aranda keeping the hands tight. Just a beautiful shot. Watch how still his head is. Head stays still, weight stays back, drives it just to the opposite field. Lands that one down for the first hit of his night in the first run of the game for the Rays.
And you know, with his approach, you are not surprised when he can hit the ball 400 feet, but he'll also drop a base hit to drive in a run into center field the way he did just now. Oh, look out. Brady Williams skipping rope to get out of the way of that hot shot off the bat of Junior Caminero.
That was pretty nice footwork by Brady. See that smile on the face. Check this out. I mean, off of Caminero's bat, too. This is consistently 95 to 100 off his bat. You got to watch the lips.
That's a high shot back into deep left field. Collins turning around, and that baby is out of here. Home run for Caminero, and he continues. What a blistering pace. Another 3-run home run for Junior Caminero, and the Rays now lead 4-1. What a stretch he is on. The American League Player of the Week. That gives him 23 home runs. And he bounced this one out up to 52 runs batted in.
I mean, we're talking about this in the open. We're talking about how hot this hitter is in Junior Caminero. And boy, it just continues on the road now. Goes out there, and now, I mean, he has 8 home runs in his last 7 games. Those are video game numbers for Junior Caminero.
So the Rays with 4 runs, 3 hits. And here's a shot off the bat of Belade. That's going to go out of here. Home run Belade on consecutive pitches. Home runs by Junior Caminero and now Ryan Belade. And the Rays have sent 5 men to the plate in this inning. And they have taken a 5-1 lead.
Got both home runs, absolute tanks going over 400 feet. This was on a first pitch changeup. So Belade obviously looking for that pitch and ambushes it. Not in a terrible spot, but boy, Belade, when he gets into him, I mean, he shows off some big time power.
It's his 6th home run. Pitch is a strike. And boy, he continues to be very impressive. One and one. So Caminero with a 3-run home run. DeLuca's down 1-2.
Here's a first look at Junior's home run. This is a four-seam fastball up in the zone. He's one of the best in the league at getting to that pitch. It was a mistake pitch, in my opinion.
That's a line drive over the head of Witt Jr. And DeLuca has a base hit. So everybody up in this inning has been on base. Here's a look back at Valade's home run.
Yep, change up. Caught too much of the plate, slightly up, 79 miles an hour. Ambush job by Valade. Over 400 feet to the left side. Back-to-back bombs. Second time through the order, Rays are seeing Cameron very well.
5 hits and a walk in the inning. Runner takes off. Chandler Simpson fouls it out of play for a strike. They had Caminero's home run at 438 feet.
That's it. That was a bomb. I feel like that's all he hits.
And a strike. 0-2. One ball, 2 strikes.
Boy, I'd love to see the offense for the Rays not just stay at home, right? Come on the road with us.
Well, they're doing a pretty good job of it so far tonight. Back in at first, standing up, Johnny DeLuca.
We're seeing the balanced attack, right? The whole thing started with a Nick Fortes bunt. You see him walk, some patience, then you see the power game.
And this would stop by Jensen. How about this? 5-game home run streaks if you're 22 or younger. That's it since 1900.
Since
Jack Clark, Brian McCann, Ronald Acuna Jr., and now Junior Caminero.
How about that list? You go back that far for a stat, you know it's a good one. Go back to the year 1900.
Simpson, a great take there, 3-2.
You know, it's just so much fun to watch him play, right? And you can tell how much he's enjoying it. And he's soaking it all in, but you can tell how good he is. I mean, we heard about his power and how good he could be throughout the minor leagues. And I got to say, a lot of times you hear about these prospects that come up and, you know, they don't always pan out as well as you think they might. Well, Junior Caminero is panning out to everything that you were hoping for and even more. I mean, he continues stretches like this, you're going to start talking MVP caliber.
Hold on the 3-2 count. Runner on the move and a pitch, ground ball, base hit to right. DeLuca's going to go to third. Simpson is aboard with a base hit. And so the hits just keep on coming for the Rays. 7 men to the plate. All 7 have reached base. 6 hits and a walk.
Love seeing
it. Been a tough inning indeed for Cameron.
No doubt, and I love seeing Simpson right here continue to pile on. And Simpson's one of those guys who's starting to make adjustments. So the league basically started to adjust to him, right? Started pounding him to the inside corner with the fastball. And now he's made the adjustment, able to turn on it. But you go back to Junior Caminero on how impressive he's done. And, you know, he made an adjustment going into this hot stretch. You see how open he is with that foot right there. The reason he is that far open, he's 5 degrees more open than he was earlier in the season. It says he can get to the fastballs inside corner, and it also helps his launching, helps him get underneath the pitch and drive the ball up in the air a little bit more. You see the hands stay back. Watch how the hands stay back and then extend through. Perfect timing, catching that ball out front. The weight transfer, everything in that swing is textbook. And that's one of the many reasons it traveled over 430 feet.
Well, here's Williamson Now a move to first, a throw down to second, and they're going to get Simpson. Simpson caught stealing there on that pickoff, and he is thinking he might have gotten in there. Let's see what the Rays think about that. Well, that's going to be a caught stealing. So Simpson will take another look.
Just going first move. You know, with his speed, a lot of times you just guess first move, and occasionally you might even be able to beat it. But right here, gets picked off.
Now the infield comes up, pitches a ball to Williamson. 10th time Simpson has been caught. And DeLuca still at third. Two balls, no strikes.
First time through the order, you saw a lot more swings at that changeup down in the zone. Now you're seeing, you know, these Rays hitters identifying that changeup, identifying the spin, and laying off. They're forcing Cameron back into the zone, and when he makes the mistakes, they've been punishing.
1-2. Well, Cameron had made 23 pitches in this inning without recording it out until he caught Simpson off first. Now a strike. Rays sending 8 men to the plate so far. And that runs the count all the way to 3-2. Rays with back-to-back home runs in the inning. Caminero and Valade. Have to go back to the end of May against the Angels for another back-to-back home run exhibition. Fly ball into center. Thomas is going to have to play it on one hop. Another run will score. DeLuca crossing the plate. Williamson picks up a run batted in, and the Rays score their 6th run of the inning.
Well, just pouring it on. And Williamson, you know, doing a good job of taking a couple pitches down and finally getting the pitch he wants. He's been really good with runners in scoring position, hitting over 300. So he has that knack of getting the big hit when we need it. And, you know, Williamson sees that pitch up in the zone, able to drive it out to center field, like you said, for the 6th run of the inning.
Here's Taylor Walls. He's going to bunt and does so foul back into the screen. A long inning here. Connor Seabold up in the bullpen. Strike 2. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball towards short, toward the hole. Out at second. That's the only one they're going to get. Walls reaches on a fielder's choice. Williamson forced at second base. For every hit this season, Suncoast Credit Union donates $79 to local nonprofits. Visit suncoast.com/Rays for more information. So the Rays have sent 9 men to the plate. They've scored 6. And Nick Fortes, who opened with a base hit, bats again here in the inning and takes a strike. Valade and Caminero. Caminero hitting his 23rd. Valade is 6th with back-to-back home runs. And a strike. Yandy Diaz and Jonathan Aranda had back-to-back home runs on the 29th of May against the Angels. into right field. Ray back a little bit, glances down. So the Rays have a big third inning, highlighted on the home runs by Ryan Vilade. And prior to that, it was Junior Caminero, 6-1 Rays.
CarShield, protection when it counts.
The Rays teeing off in that half inning. Junior Caminero and Ryan Vilade going back-to-back. Junior with his 8th homer in the last 7 games, 5 straight games with a homer now. Hey, we've been talking about Longo Legacy Weekend. It's going to be a big one coming up July 11th and 12th at Tropicana Field. How cool is this? Throughout the weekend, the game balls themselves will be specially branded with Longo's iconic Game 162 walk-off silhouette, a pretty neat tribute to, of course, his historic run in Tampa Bay. The number 3 will be on there as well. And coming up tomorrow, Dwayne and Doug, we're going to have a special announcement. It's going to be in the 3rd inning of tomorrow's game about Longo Legacy Weekend, of how Rays fans are going to be able to make some more room in Tropicana Field to be a part of that weekend. Plus, we'll give some details on some exclusive artistic giveaways you'll only be able to get at the Trop during the weekend celebration. In the business, Dwayne, we call that a tease. Was that good enough?
That was excellent.
Yes,
you know,
nailed it.
Doug, Ryan, you know, he gets this inside information.
Yeah, he does.
And then he uses it to his advantage. And, you know, the rest of us are just left waiting.
We are,
Yeah.
and that's a professional tease right there by Ryan.
I got the inside info in the scoop, Dwayne, and you're going to find out tomorrow right here on Rays TV.
You got to tune in.
Let's go.
That's a promise.
That's a promise.
He's a man who keeps his word. 1-2 pitch. Lofton sends it back into center field, and on the track, that's Johnny DeLuca making the catch. One away in the 3rd inning.
Well, how cool is that baseball? The Longo baseball.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that it's branded for the entire weekend. Love that. And that's going to be an epic weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun celebrating a guy who absolutely cherished by this franchise, put a lot of work, put a lot of time in, a lot of special moments.
You know, and it's an added dimension to the franchise because it's now been around long enough. You can look back on team achievements, individual achievements, guys who came and distinguished themselves, and there's an absolute identity that forms. And that's one of the things, aside from honoring Evan Longoria and what he accomplished, but what it means to the franchise now at this stage of the life of this franchise.
Yeah, no doubt. And I remember when Evan was drafted. You know, I was in the big leagues at that point in time.
It's a liner into right. That's going to be over the head of Vilade. A one-hopper to the wall, digging for 2. Collins, and he's in there ahead of the throw. So Isaac Collins picking up a 1-out double.
You see Collins right here, fastball inside corner, able to turn on that thing. Stayed on it really nice, got the barrel out in front. That was a sinker in on the hands, but even at 96, got a quick enough bat to be able to turn on that. But going back to Longoria, and I was in the big leagues, and I remember meeting him for the first time, and you know, everybody was talking about how good this guy's going to be. Obviously, a very high pick in the draft, and you know, met him, made an impression, and you know, very professional as a young guy coming out of college. He was Long Beach State. Big league spring training the next year, and he's running through bunt plays, running through drills, and you can just tell by the way he handled himself at such a young age. There was, you know, guys on the team that were more veterans, big leaguers, and this is his first big league spring training, and he fit right in.
Yep.
And he brought a mentality, and you got to remember back when in that day, you know, this wasn't the Rays that are winning consistently, right? We were struggling at times, and he brought a mentality of, hey, no, I mean, you know, I'm going to get up here, and when I do, we're going to win.
And you know, he was a guy, to me, one of the things I always respected about him, you know, he was this high pick coming out of college, but out of high school, that was not the case. And so he really worked his way into becoming a prize prospect. And I think because of that, he had the emotional and mental balance that you really admire in a guy who's as talented and as accomplished as he was and is.
Well, I think struggling at a younger age and not getting the recognition helped him in a way.
Back toward the corner and left with a little carry, but it's going to be caught by Simpson. That's the 2nd out. Collins goes back to second base. And Chandler back into the corner part of left field to make the grab. Well, Griffin Jacks had fallen behind Jensen, but I'll tell you, the first time through the lineup, he was throwing nothing but strikes. Touch for that home run by Jensen on the first pitch in the first inning. And that did not deter him from the strike zone.
That's a pretty good observation. A lot of times you go out there, you give up some hard contact early. You know, guys get a little gun shy going into the strike zone, attacking batters. What he did, he adjusted with the pitch selections. It wasn't that he was scared to go back in the strike zone. He just adjusted on what he was going in the strike zone with. He started to see the sweeper, the changeup, other pitches early in the count.
Witt Jr. a foul pop, and that's out of play.
Also a pitch like that, he falls behind 1-0, comes back with a sweeper. Right? He's not just pumping fastballs if he falls behind. He's got the ability to locate secondary pitches behind in the count. And that's one of the many reasons that he's starting to thrive as a starter, and he's starting to really put together good numbers in the rotation, is because he's got command with all of his pitches, not just the heater.
So Bobby Witt Jr. with a 1-1 count, 2 outs, man at second. It's down and in. You know, the first time through the order, including the 2 hitters here in the third, Witt, let's see up here now, 2-1, and Jacks went 3-1 to Jensen. So just the first time through the first 9 hitters he faced. There's a shot back into deep left. That's got some carry, and that's going to get out. Witt on the 2-1 pitch belts a home run. Second home run given up tonight by Jacks. And it's suddenly 6-3. I was about to say that first time through the lineup how he had made 22 pitches, 20 for strikes. And just at that time, he comes in with that 2-1 pitch, and Witt hits it out.
Breaking ball up in the zone and just missed. He flat out missed, hung the pitch, and Bobby Witt Jr., one of the better secondary hitters in the league. He identifies spin, you know, breaking pitches, off speed. He identifies secondary pitches extremely well, and is able to sit back on that and just absolutely launch to left center. Still one of the better hitters, you know, better young talents in the league.
There's a breaking ball, runs the count to 0-2 to Jack Caglione, the DH tonight. Well, the solo homer in the first by Jensen, 2-run homer by Witt Jr. in the third. Rays put up 6 in the top of the third. Getting back-to-back home runs from Caminero and Valade. So the Rays lead cut to 3 now. And a swing and miss. That fastball up, got the chase. We are through 3. The Rays lead by 3, and the Rays big 3 due up when we go to the 4th.
With low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot.
Well, here's Yandy Diaz leading off the 4th inning for the Rays. Top of the order, Yandy, followed by Jonathan Aranda and Junior Caminero. The Rays put up 6 in the third. Kansas City a run in the first, 2 in the third. And the pitch here to begin the 4th inning is a strike call. Well, 73 pitches, now 74 for Cameron. So a lot of pitches for the left-hander, Noah Cameron. And he is ahead of Yandy. Yandy reaching out to spoil that, foul it away. Well, here's what the big 3 put together in this one.
Just continuing to do damage, right? I put those 3 up against anybody at this point in time.
And it's squared now to Yandy. 2-2.
I mean, it's hard to think there's another trio in the major leagues right now putting up the numbers like these 3 are.
Line drive, base hit over the head of Witt Jr. A little bobble out there to an aggressive turn, but they get the ball back in, and Yandy hangs on at first. So another hit for Yandy.
Dwayne, you want to hear something crazy? In the month of June, Yandy Diaz is at .534 on the breaking ball. Obviously, this is a breaking ball. Down in the zone, just stays back. And he just stays back so well with that weight. And, you know, he sees the spin early enough to where he doesn't transfer the weight to the front foot until he has to. And just drives that ball out, takes the base hit to the left side.
Yeah, and that really is the other thing, too. Both Yandy and Aranda 1-2 in the lineup, and even Caminero, they work counts. They make a pitcher make pitches.
You know what? I'm glad you brought up Caminero on that one too. He's showing so much more patience this year. I mean, early in the season, people were pitching around him, and he was going outside the zone. You could tell he was getting frustrated. And then he basically started accepting the walks. He has double the walk rate that he did last season. And that just shows the maturity level, you know, from one year to the next for Caminero.
Aranda on the first pitch lifts it into left. Isaac Collins, a little bit of a circuitous route, but he got there. One away.
We're going to check out these bombs brought to you by StatCast, Google Cloud, and check this out. 7 home runs, 1 tonight, obviously. Most going to the pull side, a couple of them going to center field. And, you know, when you're talking about the sheer power, he loves going to the pull side if he can, but it's not where he has to go, right? When you're talking about Junior, he has the ability to extend and drive the ball out of the park anywhere, right? You pitch him away, he'll go opposite field if he needs to. Center field, right back up the middle, no problem at all.
Now they have Yandy caught off first, and he is out to end the inning. But that's only going to be the second out. Looking down at that final out in the third there. So he is picked off first for the second out. And here's another look.
I mean, I don't even think he was going. I think he just got him on the move. Cameron just got him on the move and surprised him. And you hardly ever see Yandy Diaz try to steal a bag. So
Caminero takes that pitch down, 2-0. How about that on a 5-game hitting streak, 7 home runs?
How about 15 RBI? I mean, you could dissect any of those numbers.
Yep.
7 of the 9 hits have left the ballpark. It's a decent slugging percentage.
That's incredible.
Isn't it?
Yep.
I mean, when he makes contact, it's going to be a souvenir. Steps up to the plate and he's in scoring position.
7 home runs during a 5-game home run streak.
Isn't it funny those small adjustments can make such a big deal?
Yes.
You know, you're talking about a guy who now he stands 5 degrees more open. Okay, so 5 degrees is not a huge adjustment.
Oops, and he takes the ball there, and the Royals are going to challenge the call. And they come up winners. The ABS, powered by T-Mobile, will run the count to 3-2.
This is where I got to give BA credit, even though he's on vacation, probably not watching right now. He is probably the best at predicting the outcome of an ABS challenge.
He's been on a great streak.
He is on a heater, isn't he?
Yep.
Like he has inside information.
And a line drive, base hit. Well, how hot is Caminero? Making a turn at first and holding there. 2 for 3 tonight, including that 3-run home run in the third. Now a base hit in the fourth.
Even Sal Perez is hugging him from the other team. Look, he was trying to do him a favor. He was going to take the walk. All right, now you want me still at the plate? I'll go ahead and swing it. Put a nice base hit left side, and that's where I love seeing him not get greedy and just take that base hit.
And that's going to be it for Cameron. 3 2/3. Back in a moment.
CarShield, protection when it counts.
Raise TV is brought to you by Advent Health. You are our priority in a medical emergency. Advent Health. And by Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. Connor Siebold will be the new pitcher. The Rays with a 6-run third. Batting here in the 4th. And Ryan Valade will face the right-hander Siebold. Oh, and he is hit by that first pitch. That was a 4-seamer. And up to second goes Caminero, and Siebold hit by that pitch.
Interesting first pitch. 4-seam fastball rides in on Valade right here. I mean, the reaction from Siebold looks like he has no intent. Not the way you want to come into a ball game, though.
Well, Johnny DeLuca. Oh, there's a strike. Well, Siebold worked an inning for Kansas City in that game against the Rays at Tropicana Field.
Wasn't a big fan of the mound, as I recall.
One inning. Well, the Rays got 3 quick runs off him. Now it's 1-2. Also made an appearance in that 13-2 Rays win over Kansas City on that homestand. Ground ball shortstop. Tossed to second for the force. And the Rays do not score. They lead 6-3. Friday nights just got better at Tropicana Field. Start your weekend with a Devil Rays Friday deal. Every ticket includes $10 in burst bucks loaded to your ballpark account. Plus, enjoy happy hour specials before the first pitch. And speaking of the first pitch, here's a line drive off the bat of Lane Thomas back into the corner. Simpson a little trouble on the pickup, but Thomas already on his way to second with a straight up double.
Kansas City sticking with their approach, staying super aggressive early in the count. This one, well hit. 94-mile-an-hour sinker in on the hands. Thomas able to get his hands, keep them tight to the body, get the barrel through the zone quick enough to get that double.
Well, a lot of first pitch strikes for Jacks. There's a swing and miss on the sweeper. Strike one. Fly ball into right. And going back to make the catch, Valade, a tag, and over to third base goes Thomas. He'll be there with 1 out. I'll tell you, that's 11 of 12, 12 of 13, 13 of 14. 13 of 14 first pitch strikes for Griffin Jacks.
Well, obviously, Kyle Snyder is going to be thrilled about that. I mean, he loves the idea of getting ahead of these hitters. He always talks about it's a race to 2 strikes. Tells all his pitchers, get to 2 strikes as quick as you can. And with Griffin Jacks, it's almost bringing a bullpen mentality into a starter, into that rotation. And he goes out there and just is in attack mode the entire night.
And of course, as quickly as we mentioned that, he throws ball 1.
Yeah, you had to say something, huh, Dwayne?
Into the dirt. Blocked. Boy, Cortez managed to keep that ball out in front as it rolls up the third base side. 1-1.
Yeah, this is an outstanding block right here. You see, he's got one knee down, which makes it even harder to get around that ball. Breaking ball down in the dirt. I think he took it right off the bicep. Catchers, man, they'll sacrifice anything to keep that ball in the dirt.
Well, it's 1-1 on Perez, who after being called out on strikes on a 97-mile-per-hour fastball in the second inning, is now just 2 for 21 in his career against Griffin Jacks. And a line drive caught up the middle. Williamson, that infield up, and Williamson close as well, managed to spring to his right and grab that one for the out.
Well, outstanding reaction. You see where Williamson is right here. He's pulled up the middle, pinch in the middle, and he's just a perfect read off the bat. Outstanding work right there by the second baseman, Williamson.
Well, it's the left-handed batter, John Rave. The ball right there. Off-speed pitch. And it's popped up, foul, and will carry into the stands. Well, Jacks continues to fill up that zone. He's had no counts deeper than 5 pitches. Two balls and a strike.
Working with, only 44 pitches so far, keeping that pitch count down. Remember, last time out, he was extended out to 88 pitches. So we're wondering how deep he might be able to get into this game.
And there's a swing and miss. The fastball takes the count to 2-2.
Really nice fastball right there. You see 97, he's got it in the tank. He can go 97, 98 when he needs to, and that's a really nice spot going vertical with that pitch.
In time for a little get together here.
Yeah, going back to the pitching and the pitch count with Jacks. Stretching it out to 88 pitches, there was a couple errors last time he was out, and it actually worked in his favor. If you talk about extending him, and getting that pitch count a little bit higher, he almost reached 90 pitches, and now you're thinking, well, if he can get through 5-6 innings now at 90 pitches, you're going to start seeing him get deeper and deeper into these games.
Well, a big pitch here, 2-2. Rays hold a 3-run lead. And it goes all the way out to 3-2. And he got him. Changeup on 3-2 to strike him out. A man left on base after the leadoff double. Rays lead 6-3.
Toyota, let's go places.
The ultimate goal of an MLB fan, seeing it all. The MLB journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile. The ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. That's all 30. MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. There's a strike to Chandler Simpson. Fouls this one away. Back into the left and quickly behind 0-2. Rays with 6 runs, all off the starter Noah Cameron. This one tracked all the way down, 1-2.
Offense is enjoying the heat out here in Kansas City.
Easy to get loose.
Easy, very easy to get loose. You're still rocking the cowboy boots, though, I see.
Ground ball down to third. Lofton will take care of that. 5-3. Just a matter of comfort.
Yeah, it has to be, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little bit warmer than I thought it'd be out here. The brisket still tastes as good.
It does. What a great city.
Yeah. We went out last night, Ryan, Massey and I, and had a tomahawk steak, Kansas City beef, and man, you talk about some of the better food around the country. I love it here.
Williamson takes the ball, 1-0. Now 2-0.
I think that's wrong.
Look at that, 88
It's
degrees.
got to be in the 90s.
It's a comfortable 88.
Is it?
And another pitch misses with the fastball that time, and it's 3-0. Easy to get loose.
Yeah, very easy to get loose.
You get that relaxed feel.
I can feel like jumping in that fountain.
And up and in, a 4-pitch walk. Williamson getting out of the way of that one. Well, hey, there's one of the great reasons to come to Kansas City.
I mean, that's artwork right there for me.
Yeah.
Look at the bark. Just beautiful. Can we slow that down?
This one is down and in. He'll send you the video. You keep it on your phone.
Yeah, you know.
Have it anytime you need it.
I mean, the food out here. So I had burnt ends.
Yep.
Yesterday.
Yep. We managed to avail ourselves of that.
Did you get some burnt ends?
Yes, we did.
Arthur Bryant's?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. Hard to beat.
Two and 0.
Yeah, when I was playing in Kansas City, they used to cater on getaway days. Jack Stack Barbecue. I was the first one in there and the last one out.
Taylor Walls fouls it out of play. 2-1. Yeah, some great spots. Great places to eat in Kansas City, and great little neighborhoods as well.
No doubt. Always a fun place to come visit.
Well, it's 3-1.
They got the World Cup coming in here. I think they might have already played at least one game.
They did, and we watched part of the end of the Netherlands game last night with some of the family members who had remained here while the team left. Hey, there's a long shot. Foul, going to be out of play, and the count is full.
Assuming they weren't thrilled with
heartbreaking loss.
Yeah, they were not thrilled with the outcome.
Netherlanders, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of games yesterday went to penalty kicks. That was a good shot.
How about that shot, huh?
You ever been through the tunnel that leads you to the Chiefs Stadium?
Yes. Uh-oh, look out. A wild throw over there, ball rebounding out, and Williamson manages to hang on, and they're going to take a look here. Trainer is headed to the mound. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, I don't know if it's they're going to check with Seabold to see if he is all right, if that was, you know, a mound issue or something physical. 2 more World Cup games, by the way, to be July 3rd and July 11th.
That parking lot right there is going to be slam packed.
Yes, it is.
Bunch of soccer fans, or I guess you got to call it football.
Well, let's take a look at this move over there. Seabold's going to leave the game.
A little bit of an awkward arm action. Yeah, you can see his face.
Yeah.
Something not feeling right immediately after that throw.
So he's going to leave this game with the count full on Taylor Walls. So that at bat will continue with the new pitcher when he comes in. And of course, he'll have ample time to get loose. And with the call to the bullpen, we'll take a break and be back in a moment.
Protection when it counts.
Rays TV is brought to you by Orlando Health. We make it personal. Well, part of the plaza here in Kansas City. That's a great part of the town. And there are spots all over this town that people really enjoy.
Well, that's where the famous Jack Stack Barbecue is located.
Yep.
Took a trip over there yesterday.
You got Arthur Bryant's, Jack Stack, Q39, Joe's, barbecues.
Got options.
Well,
how about a couple of home runs? Let's revisit this. This will be our Orlando Health slow-mo replay. Junior Caminero going out there absolutely demolishing this fastball up in the zone. You just absolutely love seeing that. And then next batter, let's not waste any time. First pitch changeup, Brian Valade. This is just an outstanding job getting that foot down, getting the barrel through the zone. Look at that hair flow as he goes around second base. How about that lettuce? That is epic from Valade. Tight on the sides.
Yep.
Deep in center field.
A lot of protein.
A lot of it.
Well, Eric Sarantola is the new pitcher, inheriting a full count. Runner takes off, and the pitch is ball 4 to Taylor Wald. So Williamson, who was at first, was running on that 3-2 1-out pitch. And that walk will be charged to Seabold. So he hit a man and will be charged with a walk there. So 2 walks and a hit batsman. Here's Nick Fortes. He has a single in 2 at-bats. This one bounced right back to the catcher, but no play as the Rays runners alertly move up. Now second and third. So that's going to be ruled a pass ball.
Not sure if Jensen was looking for a different pitch or what happened there. He just flat out missed the fastball up.
And the infield will come up. Ground ball, that's going to bounce through the hole to the left of Lofton, who went diving. 1 run is in. Then the throw cut off, the throw back to first. Rays are going to get 2 runs, and trying to get back to first, Fortes. Junior Valentine over there on that call. That was pretty close.
Well, really nice job, first of all, with the breaking ball up. Shot that to the pole side, able to get it through. A couple of runs across the board. See right here with the defense positioned in. All he had to do was just get it through that 5-hole. And then you see the quick cutoff, and he slips and falls. Fortes slips and falls as he rounds. You see it right here. Loses his footing, does an army crawl back to first base. Not sure if he got there or not.
Well, the call is out, and the Rays don't think that's the correct call.
Valentine was right on top of it. I mean, he was 3 feet away from that tag.
So the Rays to this point have 2 additional runs, and now it's a matter of whether they're going to have another base runner or not.
Well, another big hit with runners in scoring position.
Yes, indeed.
Rays keep piling it on. I mean, this was only a 3-run lead. As good as the offense has looked so far, it was still just a 3-run ball game, and now a couple more runs across the board starting to separate.
Yeah, the idea, grab the lead, keep on adding on.
Yeah, watch his footwork right there. Just slides right underneath him. And then a little panic crawl trying to get back to first base. Ew, tough to see from that angle.
After review, the call in the field stands. The runner's out. Tampa Bay will lose the challenge.
Well, the runner is out. The Rays going to lose a challenge there. So the Rays pick up 2 runs. That's the second out of the inning. And here's another look.
This will be another Orlando Health slow-mo replay. Watch this army crawl coming back. You see Fortez's face, just doing everything he can to get back to that bag, and Sal Perez able to get that tag, slap that tag down as quick as he could for the out.
And now the pitch to Yandy. Yandy up here in the 5th inning, his 4th plate appearance of the game. He's been on with a walk and a single. 1-1. Rays 4 of 7 with men in scoring position in the game. Now 1-2. Center fielder Thomas shading Yandy a bit toward right field. And he lines it to the shortstop, Witt, who makes the catch. Rays tack on 2 more. They build an 8-3 lead. Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. From Kansas City, Kauffman Stadium, the Rays have built an 8-3 lead, adding 2 more in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Nick Lofton to lead off. Lofton, the 3rd baseman, the number 8 hitter, and that pitch is the ball. So far tonight, coming into the 5th, 47 pitches for Griffin Jacks, 33 for strikes. And he comes back with a strike there.
So it's interesting, the trend. 4 first pitch hits from the Kansas City Royals, all coming on Jackson's single. So guess which pitch you're probably not going to see as a first pitch.
Ground ball over the mound right there at the bag. It's second for Williamson, who makes the play. Well, coming into this game, the opposition off that sinker, they were hitting a little over 280.
Yeah, the sinker and the 4-seamer have been getting hit a little bit more than the other pitches in his arsenal. I mean, you know, look, this is Jax has such good swing and miss on the second, right? That sweeper is one of the best sweepers in the game.
Yep.
And he's come on strong with the changeup as of late, especially in the rotation.
A breaking ball for a strike.
And ever since he joined the rotation, I think he's been utilizing those secondary pitches a little bit more and more. And he's had a chance to, right? He's not out there for just 1 inning. Instead, you got to deal with hitters, you know, 2 times through the order, sometimes 3 times through the order, depending on how long he'll be out there.
Well, he has a variety of pitches. You know, at least 6 pitches he could throw, and maybe more. I mean, you never know. When a guy gets to 6, why not 7? But I mean, there's 6 pitches that are listed for his repertoire of pitches. He's ahead of Collins 1 and 2.
And that's what he can do to you, right? He goes changeup outside corner at 90 miles an hour, then off of that with the sweeper, and you know he has these hitters just guessing up there. And again, if you're pounding the strike zone and you're in plus counts, you could really have your way with it.
Fly ball, left center. DeLuca's making the call. He's got it. So 2 outs. And again, still not a lot of deep counts. 1-1 to get Lofton, 1-2 to get Collins.
So the last 4 starts have been his best, right? And then you see one of the reasons why that changeup has become an absolute weapon. 1 for 22 with at-bats that finish with the changeup.
Carter Jansen takes a big cut, fouls it back. Jansen started the Kansas City first with a home run. And he's been red hot, as you can see. Upstairs, 1-1. That home run extending his streak to 20 games, that hitting streak.
Really mature at-bats for a rookie. Now, this guy does not have a lot of time in the big leagues, and he's immediately gotten very comfortable at this level.
There's 1-2. And a swing and miss. He went upstairs with the fastball there. Picks up the strikeout. A 1-2-3 fifth. Rock and roll all night. Tropicana Field Thursday, July 9th. The Rays take on the New York Yankees. Celebrate one of rock's most legendary bands with a special Kiss ticket package, including your seat to the game and an exclusive Kiss themed shirt. Visit RaysBaseball.com/Kiss.
That's going to be a fun series.
Oh, absolutely.
Yanks coming to
With
town.
New York in there.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
They're struggling right now.
Yep.
I can't say I feel bad for them.
Well, there's no one in that Rays dugout who's going to feel bad for them. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
Here's Jonathan Aranda to lead off. First pitch is upstairs. Eric Sarantola on the hill for Kansas City. One and one. So it is down and in, an RBI single and a run scored for Aranda in the third inning to give him 58 runs batted in. That's one short of what he had a year ago.
He's just an RBI machine, isn't he? Seems to get better with guys on base.
Three and one, and you see him make adjustments as good hitters will.
He's hit at every level, hasn't he?
Yep.
I mean, just come up, and he immediately hit in the big leagues when he got it.
Takes this one the other way, foul.
And it's that approach right there, not being afraid to just throw hands, go to the opposite field, right? Not try to get greedy. When they pitch him away, he doesn't try to turn and burn on it. He'll just throw his hands, take the base hit to the left side.
And he takes ball four. The Rays have a base runner.
Let's check out the rooms to go standings. See where the mighty Rays are, climbing right back up to the top of the AL East. Yankees, again, they've been struggling here recently. Blue Jays behind them.
Yeah, you look at that, even in the win column, and the Rays a game and a half up in 3 games in the loss column.
How about that?
And
Detroit,
yes. We really like the Tigers tonight a lot.
We do. Big fans. I think it was Scooble and Cam Schlittler. Scooble having the best of it. I'm liking that score.
Strike there to Caminero. It's 2-1. Yankees have lost 8 of 10 now.
Yeah.
It's fouled back.
It's a stat I can get behind.
They help send Junior Caminero to the 26th MLB All-Star Game. Be sure and cast your vote every day for Caminero and help put Tampa Bay's biggest bat on baseball's brightest stage in Philadelphia. Make your voice count. Vote Rays today at RaysBaseball.com/vote. Rolls it to the third baseman, down to second one, and over to first, started by Lofton, Massey in the middle, Perez on the receiving end, and it's a 5-4-3 double play. So that gives Caminero the AL Player of the Week. 2 for 4 tonight with a home run, a run scored, and 3 runs batted in. And they tracked that home run back in the 6-run third at 438.
I'm surprised it didn't go 450. I mean, he absolutely demolished it. Another guy who demolished changeup, Ryan Valade.
Yep.
When Valade gets into him, he's got some pop. You can watch him during BP just sending balls to the outfield.
Ducking this pitch 1-0. He's got 6 runs off the starter, Cameron, in 3 2/3. Seabold gave up 2 2/3. Sarantola misses, and it's 3-0.
Valade's been such a good pickup, hasn't he?
He has, and you know, you wonder, because you see, as we discussed, that power he has. Draws a walk here on 4 pitches. We'll take a look at that home run.
Talking about the power that he possesses. Changeup. Didn't get down. Instead, it launched. It's a souvenir for a fan. And he ambushed it. He was all over that pitch. Saw him hit some absolute tanks on that homestand. We've seen him really get into some balls lately.
Johnny DeLuca takes the pitch upstairs.
Little hot corner alert. Ryan Valade. 22-11 when he's in the lineup.
Pretty good recommendation right there.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, look, he's been one of those pleasant surprises, honestly. Gotten in there, and not necessarily an everyday player, but he's kept his time.
That's one of the reasons the Rays are 18-7 against lefties. 3-0.
Yeah, continue to dominate southpaws. Just refusing to strike out. Minimal strikeouts, putting the ball in play. Good things happen when an entire team can put a ball in play.
Look out, that would sit over the top of his head.
And Sarantola just loses the grip on this one. It's a changeup.
And that will be ball 4, back-to-back walks. Well, 3 walks in the inning. Sarantola got the double play ball after walking Aranda to lead it off. Join the movement, be part of Tarps Off territory this year at Tropicana Field. Grab your tickets, section 139. Bring energy and cheer on the Rays. Get loud, get rowdy, and help fuel a Rays win. Secure your spot today at raysbaseball.com/tarps.
BA said last time we were doing a broadcast together that he would go Tarps Off with me if we went out. You think you know BA better than anyone?
Oh, I think he'd do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think he'd do it without me.
Yeah, I mean, he'd do it with you.
I've had too much
kind of guy, or without you.
Yeah, I've had too much brisket lately. I don't think I can do it.
Hey, there's a drone shot right there. It's gorgeous surroundings. And this ballpark has been here since 1973, I think.
Yeah, it's one of those ballparks that's aged very well. I mean, they got the waterfalls out in center
And
field.
there's a lot of talk about a new ballpark downtown. And this one, right across from Arrowhead. It's been a beautiful development here. Now a strike, 3-1.
It's one of those ballparks you'd never guess was that old.
I know, absolutely.
Did a nice renovation. I think it was around 2008, 2009. Actually, when I came over to play here, it was the year they just had the renovation in 09.
And that's going to be a strike. Simpson thought it might have been down. So we go to 3-2 with 2 outs, men at first and second. Oh, look, that pitch right there at the knees. And that one is down. So 4 walks in the inning, but a double play eliminated the first one, but since then walks to Valade, DeLuca, and Simpson. Ben Williamson will be the hitter, and Sarantola has seen the strike zone get away from him.
Yeah, it's dancing on him at this point in time. I mean, look, it's been rough for all pitching coming from the Royals. Just the command has not been there. And the Rays.
Well, the Rays have 10 hits. They've drawn 9 walks, and you can see where the Royal bullpen is. 14th in ERA. The whip is 158 last. So a lot of base runners per inning.
Yeah, I mean, look, they got 9 walks in the game, and we're in the 6th inning. 8 strikes to 18 balls. That is not the ratio you're looking for.
And the other side of this is no strikeouts. Here's Ben Williamson. Oh, look out. That one, he ducked it and lost his helmet in the process. 1 ball and no strikes.
I just don't know if they have an answer in their bullpen right now. Nobody able to throw it over the plate. Command getting away from all these pitchers.
And this one to the backstop, and a run will score. Valade scores on the wild pitch. And so the Rays pick up an additional run, their 9th of the night.
I mean, Sarantola just doesn't look comfortable at all. Remember, he came out of the bullpen, had to warm up on the field. I mean, he's missing by 3-4 feet on some of these pitches.
Now the 2-0 pitch, and he misses again. On the verge of reloading the bases. Walked the leadoff man in this inning. Got the double play ball. Issuing walks to Valade, DeLuca, and Simpson. And another walk right here. Williamson heads to first. And boy, it's a tough inning here for this right-hander. Matt Quattaro, that's a tough spot to be in.
Look at that face. I mean, you know, not much he can do from the dugout right now. You got a pitcher not able to put it over the plate, and I mean, it's frustrating all around.
And now a ball to Taylor Walls. Look at that, 8 strikes, 23 pitches out of the zone of the 31 in this inning. Now a strike, 1-1.
Listen, I've been on the mound and I've gotten that cheer before. That's a bad feeling.
Ball 2, 2-1. Down again, 3-1.
And it's got to be on a tee right here if you're Walls. You're looking for 1 pitch, 1 location.
And he takes it for strike 2.
See the fans in the background reacting to it.
And ball 4 is inside, and that's going to force home another run. A run batted in for Walls. DeLuca scores. Simpson to third, Williamson to second. And so a new pitcher. Matt Quattaro out to make the change.
CarShield, protection when it counts.
Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. The Rays in Kansas City And they have built a 10-3 lead. And you talk about a wild streak. Walks allowed in double figures, hits allowed in double figures, and runs allowed in double figures. And Beck Way will take over, becoming the 4th pitcher in this game for Kansas City. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And his pitch is a strike to Nick Fortes. Up the right field side on the run. Rave into foul territory, but he cannot get there in time. So it's a 2-strike count. Every spot in the Rays lineup has reached base tonight. And we're only in the 6th. And a long drive, good distance, but it's going to be foul. So Fortes on that 0-2 pitch gave it a ride. Turned out to be a souvenir.
How about that catch? Brought the glove for good luck. Handed it off to a kid. Some good action right there for the fans.
How great is that? Nice going. And that's going to be strike 3 call. Fortes out on strikes. 8 men come to the plate. First strikeout tonight. Rays lead 10-3. Well, it's a 10-3 ball game right now as this game moves on to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Griffin Jacks just 58 pitches through 5 innings.
0 walks, pounding that strike zone. That's what he's got to do right now. That was a long inning off. Jack's job is just get right back to work.
Bobby Witt Jr. takes the first pitch, called the ball.
I think he's
and Fortes thought that was a strike.
Yeah, I think he's going to get
breaking pitch in there. And that is a strike. So ABS powered by T-Mobile. And it's a strike. But Witt has been all around that strike zone. Here's the home run by Bobby Witt Jr.
Yep, breaking ball up. Breaking ball up. Gets a foot down on time, and Bobby Witt Jr. One of the better young hitters in the game, and consistently sends the ball out of the park on mistake pitches, and that's what happened.
And the fly ball that will carry to DeLuca. Witt down at the count. Skies to center.
Well, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Griffin Jacks right now. 61 pitches, pitching into the 6th inning, still pounding that zone, getting ahead of hitters, doing all the things right. You got a lead like this, you're just trying to stay out there as long as possible.
Jack Caglione bounds it back. He's 0 for 2 tonight. It's grounded into a double play and struck out swinging. 14 home runs with 30 runs batted in. It's 1-1. We'll take a look at his monthly progress, April, May, and June.
Cag's having a monster June. You see it right there. The 9 home runs really stand out. Of course, RBI is going to, that total is going to climb when you hit almost 10 bombs in a month.
Too much time. Caglione getting time.
Boy, he's another young guy with monster power. He'd be a lot of fun seeing that home run derby, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would. And he unleashes a mighty cut there on the fastball, 1-2. Well, look at this. He's hit some long home runs in his young career. How about 21 career homers, 18 400 plus?
I mean, when he gets it, right? He sends it a long way. Just a real strong, athletic swing.
One of those home runs last year, 466 feet.
That's just ridiculous. And just a young guy, right? Shot up to the big leagues pretty quick out of the University of Florida. First round draft pick, a Tampa native.
So rip at the fastball up, 2-2.
This is a guy I remember in college. He was throwing 100 miles an hour. Weekend starter for Florida for the Gators.
On the ground, Williamson makes the throw to first. 2 up, 2 down. Since the leadoff double in the fourth, it's 8 in a row. And Lane Thomas, who struck that double up the left field line, will bat with 2 outs and the bases empty. And the Kansas City half of inning 6. Boy, that pitch count has been great tonight for Jax.
You know, something else I like about Jax is the fact that he doesn't even go from the windup. Doesn't bother with it, right? Bullpen guy, turned into a starter, stays out of the stretch. It's a simpler delivery. Easier movement, easier motion to repeat.
And with that, he's had just 2 at-bats here that went as deep as 6 pitches. Well, we just saw Caglione ground out on the 6th pitch, 4-3. Ball 2 here to Thomas, 2-1. And Rave had a 6th pitch at bat in the 4th and ended in a strikeout on a changeup, and he got him swinging. Fly ball short left. Simpson is there, and it's a 1-2-3 6th inning. We go to the 7th, 10-3 Rays.
Dairy Mobile.
The 7th inning is brought to you by Hyundai. Rays opening this series in Kansas City against the Royals. Yandy Diaz will open the 7th inning in a 10-3 Rays lead. First pitch lifted into right field, and Ray settles under this one. And on 1 pitch, 1 out. Well, there's the breakout for Griffin Jax. 71 pitches, 50 strikes tonight. 3 earned runs on 5 hits. Didn't walk anybody, and 5 strikeouts.
Well, you got to like what you're seeing from Jax here recently, especially as a starter.
Cam Boozer up in the bullpen.
And continuing to get stretched out. And Jax now consistently having the ability to get past 5 innings. And that's a big deal. And especially with how efficient he can be. Pounding the strike zone. You got 5 punch outs, 71 pitches in 6 innings. I mean, you're on cruise control pretty much the entire time.
That's a baseball punch the other way into left center field. Thomas, the center fielder, to his right, makes the pickup. And Aranda has his 2nd hit of the game. And he's on for the 4th time. 2 hits, 2 walks.
Doing what he does best, right? Work it back up the middle. Looking to do anything special. Put it in the 6 hole.
Here's Junior Caminero. That's a strike. He homered again back in the 3rd inning. A 3-run home run. Big blow in the 6-run inning. One and one.
Well, that home run derby, I'm going to be locked in.
Oh, absolutely.
In Philadelphia, too. I mean, look, that's a place where baseballs fly. And you get a guy with the kind of pop that Cammy has.
Two and one. Ten runs, 11 hits. Rays have left 8 men. And a miss by Caminero. Let's go back to that long home run in the third.
The swing play is just, it's so direct to the ball. I mean, the hands, there's no wasted movement, right? And that's how he's able to catch velocity at a very high clip. I mean, it's very hard to get a fastball by this guy because he has such a direct swing pattern.
Well, there's the home run race. Yordan Alvarez, 26, Buxton, 25. And it's Junior Caminero and Ben Rice, each with 23.
Well, over the last week, Junior is just shooting up that list. He's a guy who just, when he hits them, they come in bunches. He just fine tunes, make that small adjustment. The ball starts looking like a beach ball when it comes in there.
Ground ball down to third. Lofton goes to second and to first for the 5-4-3 double play. So the Rays get a base hit, leave no one. Middle of the seventh, 10-3 Tampa Bay.
Well, time to pay off Griffin Jack and the quality start he had. Didn't start out the way he wanted to. First pitch that he threw was launched into the waterfalls, but outside of that, boy, he settled in nicely and just put it on cruise control. Mixed extremely well, went 6 innings, only gave up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks. That's still the biggest stat line for him, and just continues to pound that strike zone on the attack mode the entire time. Got the 5 punch outs, 71 pitches, 50 of them landing in that strike zone. Here's your game summary. Tampa Bay all over Kansas City. It was a great start by Jax, another quality start. Back-to-back power. Caminero in the lead, and boy, you talk about some patience. Well, 11 walks in the game.
And the new pitcher, Cam Boozer, out there. And he throws a first pitch strike. Michael Massey 0 for 2 tonight. 1-1. Fell back. For Jax, 71 pitches, and boy, he was so good tonight. I mean, you look at his line, you go, how did he give up 3 runs in the 6 innings on 5 hits?
Yeah, no doubt. You know, he's starting to be one of those guys who, once he settles in early, he starts getting better and better as the afternoon goes on. And, you know, that's what you like to see from your pitchers, your starting pitchers.
He was very good tonight.
A good one right next to him to talk to, Drew Rasmussen. How about the first half he's put together?
And a check there on that pitch that swept wide. So it's 3-2 on Massey. The lefty on lefty here. See another 3-2 after that foul ball.
Going back, talking a little starting pitching. This rotation's been so good. First half of the season, leading the AL with a 3.29 ERA for the starters coming into this game, and you know they just seem to set the tone. Right, go out there on attack mode.
And Jordan Baker caught that one right directly off the mask. For that, Ortiz spent a little time out there halfway to the mound to give the plate umpire a chance to recalibrate. Chop first base. That's going to be a foul ball. Loved by Aranda. And another 3-2 pitch will be in the offing. Same time tomorrow, Shane McClanahan scheduled to pitch against Seth Lugo. Another game here Thursday night. And ball 4, so 8 pitches. And Massey draws a walk. We'll be with you at 7:30, and here is that pitching matchup.
Well, it should be a good one. Been a lot of fun watching Mac throw this first half of the season and just seeing him back out there and healthy. Left-hander gives you a chance for a win every single time he takes the bump. Seth Lugo on the other side has about 650 different pitches he'll throw to you.
Yeah, it's hard to count them all.
It's ridiculous. I don't know how they have. I don't know how he has time to work on it. What happened to the good old days when you had 2, maybe 3 pitches?
It's fouled back. And really, when you get up to that many pitches, how do you keep command of all those pitches?
That is a great question. I mean, you know, when I was pitching, it was always a 3-pitch mix. You know, fastball, cutter, slider, and occasionally you drop a changeup, and those usually didn't go too well for me, so I stuck that in the back pocket for the most part.
But you go out there with 6, 7, 8 pitches sometimes.
Well, Jack's today, 6-pitch guy.
Yep.
And he mixes very well.
That's going to take the count to 2-2. Griffin Jacks, 71 pitches, 6 innings, 5 hits, struck out 5, and again didn't walk anybody. Tap foul. And Perez takes this one down at another full count. So the 36-year-old first baseman, catcher, occasional DH, playing first tonight. Out to 3-2. Here it is, and a wave and a miss. That was a 4-seam fastball and may or may not have been on the plate.
Yeah, got him outside of the zone. Boozer just reaches back. He's looking to go middle with it. Challenge fastball. Gets to the outside corner, gets past Perez.
Now John Rave. And there's going to be a challenge. Fortes thought that might have caught the zone. We'll see.
Yeah, Fortes pretty good back there with his feel on the strike zone. This one, I'm guessing, is going to be a strike. Yeah.
And it did. Picked up the strike zone. ABS powered by T-Mobile. And the count is 0-1.
Got to trust the catcher.
Foul. Nice pickup by Damon Hollins. Down there, the first base coach for Kansas City.
Good teammate.
Yep.
Played with Damon over at Tampa Bay.
Good guy.
Yeah, great guy. He's been with Q on that staff for a few years now.
Little tap, front of the plate, fair ball, down to second. They get the out there. With that ball right in front of the plate, Fortes just had to pick it up and make a good throw down to second to get the force on Massey.
I love the thought of him going for the lead runner here. Could have taken it easy and gone to first base, but instead he sees the chance to pick him off over at second base and catches the lead runner again, keeping him out of scoring position. Nice job by Fortes jumping all over that.
Well, it's Nick Lofton. Pitches a ball. Two and nothing.
Liking these drone shots tonight.
Yeah, there's some beauty shots going.
Boys in the truck are working.
Lifted into right center field. DeLuca tracks it down. And the 7th inning is over with a man left on base. Ryan Valade will lead off when the 8th inning begins.
Like the power to do. Bank of America.
Well, we got a chance to see Ryan Blade flex his muscles with the bat. How about on the golf course? Look at the fellas. We talk about the power of friendship with this group, Dwayne and Doug. And how about on the off day yesterday in Kansas City? Look at all the guys out there. Nick Martinez, Blade, Taylor Walls, Junior Caminero down there as well. You had Hunter Fiducia, Taylor Walls, all the guys out there enjoying a nice round of golf on the off day. You know, Junior admitted today that he still needs to work on that golf game. We know how good he is at swinging the bat, but the golf game, he said, yeah, it needs a little bit of work. In terms of Victor Mesa, he was the one that took that picture and posted on Instagram. He said he was comfortable with the drives. It's the short game and on the greens where he struggled. Doug, I wonder if any of them borrowed a rental glove. What do you think?
I was just about to ask. Oh, Ryan. That's a moment that will live on forever. But I do want to see Junior hit a golf ball. That is something I have to see. With the driver, can you imagine?
Oh, man.
Happy Gilmore style? I mean, come on.
Doug, if you look at his swing, it's Charles Barkley-esque right now.
Really?
It's got some work to do, but
Yeah.
even Junior admitted he's going to get the cuts in. He's going to get better at it. And I guarantee you, we turn around next year, guy's going to be shooting 70 somewhere on the course. That's how it works.
Yeah, you know, another guy in that picture, McClanahan, I heard he can bomb a driver. There's some good golfers in that. But I'll tell you what, Ryan, you're absolutely right, man. These guys hanging out on off days together, I mean, you can just tell how close this team is.
Yep.
And
I
think
that means something.
It means a lot. It's a big, you know, it's one of those things that really plays out on the field. It absolutely does. And, you know, Junior was talking about this team being different.
Oh, strike three call, and Blade wants to challenge that.
I don't know if this one's going to go Blade's way.
And it will not. So the ABS powered by T-Mobile, and it's a strikeout of Blade as originally called.
I mean, Dwayne, you've seen teams that, you know, are on the opposite end. And, you know, the chemistry is just not there.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other side, you see teams like what we're seeing with the Rays this season.
The high popper into shallow center, and Thomas, as Macy gives way, and the center fielder Lane Thomas makes the catch. You know, the chemistry side of this game, and through the years, you're right, you see teams with it, and you see teams not so much. And the makeup of this team, I think, lends itself to that.
I think it's got a good balance when you're talking about the makeup of this team. You got some young absolute stars and Junior Caminero, and then you got some veteran guys too, Cedric Mullins.
Yep.
Right, it's a good mix.
Well, there's a chop. Simpson out to second, throw to first in time. Bottom of inning 8 coming in a 10-3 Rays lead.
Let's go straight into the Allstate Good Hands replay. It's going to be Taylor Walls. A couple nice gems. This one early in the game. You're seeing the range, you're seeing the accuracy, the spin move. I mean, he has such a good feel. And the instincts, really, over at the shortstop position. I mean, he puts himself in such good areas. And he just has a feel for where the ball is going to be hit. He beats the ball to the spot. Accurate throws just about every time. It's got just about everything you want in a Major League shortstop.
Well, the Rays have the lead in this game with a 6-run third. It's now 10-3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And Cole Sulzer is out there for the Rays. Boozer worked 1 inning. Collins leading off, and he's going to challenge that strike call. And he is right. ABS powered by T-Mobile. So the count goes to 1-0. Top of the lineup, Jensen will be next, followed by Bobby Witt Jr. 2-0. Two and one. Kansas City scored first, but the Rays grabbed the lead in the third. There's a diving stop. Nice play. Williamson up with the throw, and that takes care of Collins. Then Williamson coming through with a nice play, and the toss to Jonathan Aranda.
Yeah, outstanding effort by Williamson. Good read off the bat. It's a hard hit ball up the middle. see him collect that ball, get to the feet, straighten the hips out, fire strike. Love it when the defense works behind you like that.
Jensen takes a strike. That's a long one down the line. He pulled it foul. So a long strike for Jensen. Jensen homered in the first inning with the first pitch he saw. His 12th home run of the year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a wave and miss. Sulzer picking up the strikeout on the fastball there. He just cut it loose.
Yeah. Well, Sulzer's one of those guys who's just been pitching very, very well lately. Scoreless 9 of the last 11 outings that he's been out there. That was 93, top of the zone, going vertical with the heat. Just driving that four-seamer right by Jensen, who's a hot hitter.
Bobby Witt Jr. pulls off the changeup. Strike 1. It's 1-1. Fouled right back. Tigers beat the Yankees in the Bronx. 9-3 the final there. Where he started the day, a game and a half ahead in the East. Fly ball center field, angling back to Luca. He's going to go to the wall, and that ball is gone. Bobby Witt hits his second home run of the night. This one behind in the count on a 1-2 pitch. And he has 3 of the 4 runs batted in for Kansas City in this game.
Well, this one's on another breaking ball. You know, Bobby Witt, we saw him launch a breaking ball earlier in the game for a home run, and well, he just has such a good feel for it, right? Stays back on this one. You see where it's at. It was just hanging in the middle of the plate, and Bobby Witt had no problem getting the barrel to it. Put some good wood on that one going out dead central.
Oh, strike.
Batter's challenging the pitch.
And we're going to have another challenge here. Caglianone.
Pitch is overturned.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. So the count reverts to 1-0 instead of 0-1. Two and 0.
For the Orlando Health. Slow-mo replay right here. Watch his weight stay back. Head stays behind the swing. I mean, that is just picture perfect. And then just explode through the zone with that bat.
That ball caught in shallow center field, angling out balls, made the catch. And so the 8th inning is over. A run scores on the Bobby Witt Jr. home run. And it's 10-4.
Taking care of our own.
We'll take a look at the American League East standings. And the Yankees right now 2 games back of the Rays as New York lost their game. Here in the 9th inning, Williamson leads off for the Rays and takes the first pitch, facing Lucas Erceg. 1-0 the count. It's a big cut.
Yankees dropping 6 in a row.
Yes, they have.
It's good to hear. White Sox continuing to pound up and pile up those W's.
You know, a 9-3 loss for the Yankees. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Williamson. It's up and in as he checked in plenty of time. Schlittler took the loss. Skubal the win.
It's fun to see these standings when we're on the right side of them.
Yes.
You know, winning 5 in a row, working on the 6 right here.
It's fouled back. Well, and for the Yankees, that loss is their 37th of the year. So the Rays right now are 4 up in the loss column. A little chop deep short. Williamson is out. Nice scoop by Perez over at first. Rays are 48 and 33. And I want to close this one out. And the Yankees are 48 and 37. Here are the best records in the American League, and the Rays top that list. White Sox, Texas, and Cleveland. Texas and Cleveland 2 games over 500.
Batter challenging the pitch.
Taylor Walls challenging the pitch.
Pitch is overturned.
And instead of a strike, it's going to be 1-0. ABS powered by T-Mobile. A lot of action tonight, especially late in this game. Well off the plate there, 2-0.
It's amazing how many replays you'll get when you got 11 walks.
Now a strike, 2-1.
Well, I think the Rays really were able to capitalize on that homestand. That's kind of where things started flipping around for them, right? Get back home, get things going on the right direction. Offense comes alive. Pitching was fantastic.
It's a 3-1 count.
It helps when that guy's hitting everything about a mile.
And he is doing exactly that. Walls lifts it into left. Collins looking skyward. Makes the grab. So 2 outs. Bases empty with 2 outs. Fortes. A 1-0 count. Urseg delivers a ground ball, deflects off Urseg. Down he goes, and the ball rolls right over to Perez at first. 1-3 on the out. Urseg says he's okay, and we're headed to the bottom of the 9th with a 10-4 ball game. Rays up.
Liberty, Liberty. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Tampa Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Rays lead 10-4. Kimbrel out there on the hill now for the Rays, pitcher number 4. Last couple games, Friday and Sunday, an inning in each game. Facing Lane Thomas here, and he got the strike there. It's 0-2. Massey is on deck. Heavy with that 4-seamer. A chop to short. Walls in and out of the glove, and the throw to first in time. So 1 out in the 9th inning. Kansas City had a short lead. They got the leadoff homer from Jensen in the first. And the Rays then scored 6 in the 3rd and have not looked back. Now, Michael Massey. And he chops this one to second. Williamson with an underhanded toss for Aranda. So 2 up and 2 down. 2 quick outs here.
That's what you love to see. 9th inning, Kimmel coming in, just attacking these hitters.
Yep, throwing strikes.
Stacking up the outs.
So the Rays an out away from going to a 2.5 game lead now in the AL East. And there's a strike to Salvador Perez. One and one.
Catcher's challenging the pitch.
And the Rays will challenge that.
Calls overturned.
And ABS powered by T-Mobile. That one just off the plate. 1 and 1. Two balls and a strike. Rays and the Royals again tomorrow night. And a line drive to short, grabbed by Taylor Walls, and the Rays are winners tonight. 3 up and 3 down in the 9th inning. And the Rays win this one 10-4. A big night at the plate for Junior Caminero. 3-run homer in the 3rd. Added a single in the 4th inning. And the Rays go on to win it 10-4.
Let's go into the Advent Health plays of the game, and we'll just piggyback on what you're talking about. The power game. Junior Caminero going out there. Now 8 home runs in his last 7 games. 8 in 7. Incredible the way that he has just been crushing the baseball. But power game wasn't over there. Ryan Valade stepping up to the plate. Change up down. And that's another bomb. Back-to-back home runs. Launching the Rays toward victory tonight over the Kansas City Royals.
Rays now 49 and 33. Post game coming up next. A 10-4 win here, and the Rays hold a 2.5 game lead over the New York Yankees in the American League standings. We'll see you in a moment.